Welcome. I am on a mission. I want to style up this skirt and make it going out ready. I am regularly saying that I am a very considered purchaser when it comes to everything in my life. And then I bought this skirt. I'm human. We all have those impulse moments. I didn't buy it at full price when I saw it in Free People. I decided that I couldn't get enough use out of it. But then somebody told me about it on Vinted, brand new with tags, a fraction of the original cost, and I bought it. And I do love it. The problem is, I don't have any way of styling it up. When I buy clothes, I regularly tell you that I make sure that my incoming item can go with at least 3 or 4 things already in my existing wardrobe. I was just succumbed by animal print, skirt, frilliness, everything, and the price. I should have known better. I bought it anyway, and now it's hanging up on my hanging rail unworn. I'm heading into Norwich tomorrow. I've promised to take Imi in for a meeting that she's got tomorrow morning. I'm going to be in Norwich probably for an hour, a couple of hours maximum. And I thought that I would take the opportunity to take my skirt into John Lewis, Marks and Spencer's and other shops and see if I can find something to go with this. The main issue is that it's very see-through, as you can see. I want to make sure that I have something that goes long enough over it. I know I could put a slip underneath it, but I quite like the fact that it's see-through. In an ideal world, I'll get something that sits below my bottom, somewhere in between my bottom and my knee, which makes it far more decent for somebody of my age, or how I want to wear it, put it that way. Each to their own if you want to walk around in a see-through skirt. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my skirt with me, try on lots of things, and hopefully come up with a plan of how I can wear this moving forward. In the winter months, I do have this lovely cashmere really long jumper. This looks nice with it. The only issue that I see with this is that when I wear this jumper, it's really, really hot. So the only time I can really wear it is if I'm outside. And if I have to take it off, I need to make sure that whatever's underneath is decent. This is a winter solution. Hopefully I can come up with an autumn solution. I've currently been putting all my cashmere and wool again through the freezer. I bundle my wool and cashmere in sealable plastic bags and put them in the freezer. I've had so many moths flying around my house through the summer months that I'm a bit paranoid that I'm going to have holes all over my lovely things. I keep putting them in the freezer and I'm having another round of that at the moment. Seems to work. I haven't spotted a hole yet. I'll keep my fingers crossed that that continues. Right. Whilst I finished getting ready for my trip to Norwich, let me show you what happened earlier before I had a shower and got dressed. Oh, I like this. We've had a couple of really busy weeks, so I'm having a very lazy Sunday morning. Well, in fact, I'm editing, but I'm still in bed drinking tea, and I can hear noise in the kitchen. I think Imogen is starting to work on dinner. Let's go and have a look. Just to explain what we're doing with what I'm calling Restaurant Sunday is we love our food, really love food, love going out, but we've decided to cook on a Sunday what we're calling restaurant quality food. We're thinking of nice menu ideas, going and buying quality products from the butchers and our local farm shops, and then cooking up a storm. Imogen is in charge today. She's doing steak and veg. If I ever get out of bed, hopefully I'll have time to set a nice table. Let's go see what Imogen's up to. Oh, I've just seen the apples. It's reminded me I'm meant to be making a dessert, aren't I?
And applesauce.
And apples, not for today.
Not for today.
We're freezing some applesauce.
But hopefully for the next.
Maybe for next weekend.
Next weekend or the weekend after.
You know, the other week, a lovely follower bought me a cookbook, or bought us a cookbook, and I cooked that pork shoulder recipe.
Yeah.
We could do that again, and I can prep the applesauce. Anyway, what's happening in the kitchen? I can't get round him. There's a chair.
I'll move the chair.
It smells lovely. You're making a peppercorn sauce.
Yeah, I'm currently making peppercorn sauce. I need to turn the heat down a bit so it reduces. But I thought if I do it now, then it's going to taste even more nice because it will have time to sit and, I guess, marinate.
Excellent.
And also it's one less thing for me to do later.
Go and grab the veg so we can look at the veg that I bought yesterday. Dad and I got up early yesterday, popped a bread sauce, got some bread, the steak, and popped into the farm shop next door to the butcher's and bought a purple cauliflower, green beans, and purple sprouting broccoli. Very autumnal. That's going to look, and with the sauce as well, that's going to look really beautiful. That's given me inspiration now for my table setting. I'm going to get on with my editing, finish that off, and then focus on the table.
Hopefully I can get the presentation good as well, rather than just slinging it on a plate.
There's no slinging it on the plate on Restaurant Sunday. I'll leave you to it. Thank you. It's all happening in the kitchen. Imogen is making cocktails and has prepped all the veg, made the peppercorn sauce. Well, you've done everything, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've quickly set the table with dahlias from the garden as our simple flower display. These little pumpkin candles I have had for a few years. Rowan bought them for me as a present and I haven't wanted to burn them, but today is the day. We're having a bit of an autumnal table. Look at this one. Look at that dahlia. I'm using spode plates, grey linen tablecloth, which is Torry Murphy, I think. Yep, Torry Murphy Linens, who does the most amazing curtains. Really nice. Got my eye on those. The cocktail, which is Aperol apple.
It's an apple Aperol refresher. So it's apples which I crushed to get all the juice out, Aperol, lemon, topped up with sparkling water, and then if you want it a bit sweeter you can add some sugar or honey into it.
Very nice. After the cocktail, I've got a nice rioja. Cannot wait. I'm really looking forward to this. It's Monday morning. I'm ready to shop. I've got my skirt. Hopefully I can find something to go with this today. I just wanted to show you what I'm wearing. This skirt was actually sent to me. Isn't it amazing? Just teamed it with a jumper. Perfect for autumn. I'm ready to start shopping. No joy in John Lewis, all very conservative really, which is fine, but just not what I'm looking for. I think I'm going to skip Marks and Spencer's because I've looked online and I can't really see anything in Marks and Spencer's. I'm throwing a bit of a curveball in. I'm wondering whether to try TK Maxx. TK Maxx might have something, and then I'm going to walk along to Gerald's, I think, and see what I can find in there. But let me turn the camera around. It is such a beautiful day today, as you can see from how I'm illuminated. Let me turn you around. It's very, very quiet this morning. I don't think Monday morning is a day for shopping, obviously. Everyone's probably catching up after a busy weekend. No joy in TK Maxx either. It's a lethal shop for buying napkins that you don't need, paper napkins or candles or something, which I didn't buy any of that. I bought a diary and a pack of pasta for Rowan. No joy in John Lewis, no joy in TK Maxx, but there's a new Each which I might pop into and have a look. No joy in Each, but now let's try Joules. This is the sort of thing that I was hoping for, but in black. Not sure. Just don't think the colour's right. maybe with a waistcoat. It's a bit too long. I was hoping to have it to about there, I think. I cut off rather abruptly yesterday whilst I was out shopping. Rowan and Imi were in Norwich and they both contacted me at the same time saying, did I want a cup of tea? Which of course I did. And then I came home. That was the end of my shopping. But I am popping back on Friday for a haircut. I mean, desperate need of a haircut. It's way too long and way too A-line at the moment. But there has been a breakthrough with my skirt. When I came back, I was having a despairing moment. That blouse, or I think it was actually a dress that I tried on, the shirt dress, it was too long, and white is, for me, is not going to work with this. Anyway, I came back in despair. I had my new maxi skirt on and I just thought, just slip this on over and have a look and decide what to do with it. And I have to say, it looks amazing with the extra layer. With this under it, it's no longer see-through and it gives it real volume. This is the plan going forward. Very, very excited about that. I will no longer be trying to find a long black shirt unless I find one, of course. What I will now do is look for a slightly shorter black skirt. Still probably want to wear it with a belt, jewellery. Lots and lots of volume now going on here. It's really swishy. And it would also look nice with a black blazer. So either a black blazer with something plain underneath or a black shirt. But I've gone off on a new tangent and I feel a lot more positive about this now. I do think it was a mistake buying it. I should have gone with my initial gut instinct and shouldn't have been persuaded by price. But happy with my new direction. If I'm going to keep it, there's still obviously the option of selling it on again. It still hasn't been worn. It's still new with tags. But for now, the search goes on to try and make this work. I'd be very happy to add a black cotton shirt to my wardrobe. That feels far more sensible than what I was trying to buy. The skirt lives to see another day. In a minute, I'm going to take you through to the living room. I'm going to have a bit of an autumn reset in there. I bought some gourds earlier when I was out at my local grocer's. I feel as though it needs a bit of an autumn refresh, but I wanted to show you this. I've just received in the post a little card, snail mail from my bestie, and it just reminded me how much I love snail mail. This is going to go on my kitchen shelf. And that little friendly gesture arriving through the post is so much nicer than an email or a text. I love that. Put that on my shelf first and then into the living room. I'm in the living room. It really doesn't look too bad. I just feel as though I want to make sure it feels autumnal. Change some of the candles, maybe bring some more flowers in. I bought, let me just show you. I bought some of these earlier. Make those into a little coffee table arrangement. I've currently got a cookbook on my coffee table. I'll switch that round a bit. Just generally have a bit of a tidy up, switch things up and make sure we're all set for autumn. First job though is to tidy up around the log burner, and I think I'm going to light the fire and light a candle. now I've done that, I was going to light the fire. I'm actually feeling too hot to light the fire now. Next job is to sort the coffee table out. It's not looking too bad, but I've got some green candles, which I don't really think belong here in autumn. Just needs a bit of a tidy up. There's a cookbook, which I think I'll change. A remote that shouldn't be there. Matches need to go back in the match tin. It just needs a quick go over. I'm losing the light, I'm losing energy. Dinner needs cooking, Mark's home. I think I'm going to have to carry on with my autumn refresh tomorrow, but I've made a good start. I'm now going to light the fire. It's feeling a bit chilly now. Candles are lit. I've made a good start. I can't wait to carry on tomorrow with making my home a bit more autumnal. Thought we could have a little chat whilst I get ready. I've actually made sourdough this morning, or I've started the sourdough process. I used to make sourdough all the time before we moved here. It was one of my daily rituals and I really, really enjoyed it, and my family really enjoyed it too. And then since living here, we had a kitchen originally with mould growing on the wall. Then we knocked down the kitchen and it's just become more and more difficult. And basically, I've just got out of the habit and I keep refreshing my sourdough starter, which I have managed to keep going, but they're never actually quite getting round to making the sourdough. I've started the process this morning. I'm not sure how healthy my sourdough starter looks. I'm not sure about that one. We'll see. Didn't sleep very well last night. Something funny has happened. In the middle of the night, I keep talking to you about my bedding saga, or I think I do. Maybe that's on Instagram, who knows. I have got some very, very old duvets, which I've had for many years. This one, if you can see it, came from Selfridges about 19 years ago. I've lost one of the pillowcases because it just disintegrated. I've got one pillowcase, and recently I've had to throw away lots of pillowcases, and I know that through the winter I'm not going to have enough pillowcases to keep me going. Next year, Mark's going to build a king-size bed with storage. We're going to get a new mattress. We're going to get new duvets, new bedding, new pillows, new mattress toppers, everything. We're going to finish the bedroom, have a built-in wardrobe. Next year, that's all going to happen. But for now, I just don't want to be buying things until we're at that point where it's all good to go. I've been looking, keep popping into TK Maxx. Can I find pillowcases? No. I found some in John Lewis, thought they're quite nice. They would go with this one. They'd do. They were £38 for a pair. And then I thought, I don't want to buy two pillowcases for £38. I do like the Oxford pillowcases. Some of the plain ones just look too plain. Anyway, in the middle of the night, I couldn't sleep. I thought, I wonder if I can find any on Vinted, brand new, cotton. And I did. I found some retro ones. I can't say I love them, but they're brown and they are from the 1970s. Somebody has had these 100% cotton retro pillowcases in the original packaging in a cupboard somewhere since the 70s. Anyway, I have managed to secure two pillowcases for, I think it was £4.70, including postage. I showed Mark when he woke up and he thinks that I have gone insane. They're retro with flowers on. They're different. They're not my normal style. But I know that Imi really likes this duvet. Although I have showed her a picture this morning of the pillowcases and she's not a fan either. But I know that this is still good. This duvet is still good. And even if I'm not using it on my bed, it's really good as a guest duvet. Imogen has asked if she can have this duvet, and at least now we'll have brown pillowcases. I can't wait to show you. Hopefully you won't think that I'm insane as well. When it comes to actually buying quality luxury bedding next year, I will get what I want, and I will get something that's good quality cotton that I think is going to last, thick. I will go all out to get exactly what I want. But for now, I just need a few do for now pillowcases, and that's what I've got. Some of my pillowcases that I've just thrown out, actually, I can remember my mum giving me when I had my first house. And they were hers. How long ago was that? 30 years ago. Let me go and grab my perfume and then I'll carry on chatting. I'm not going anywhere today, so I think I'll put on this one. This was the one that came in an M&S box. What is it? Apothecary Restful. Let's spray this one. I like this one. Oh, missed myself. Carrying on with the living room, I must tell you about my frustrations with the cinema room. After my last video, my friend trawled Facebook Marketplace around where she lives and found me 2 perfect sofas. I jumped on it. It's not what I thought that I was looking for, but it's actually the identical sofas to what she already has. And I really, really like them. In fact, I helped her source one of the ones that she's got. It'd be funny if we ended up with matching sofas. Anyway, I contacted the person on Facebook and I did put in an offer to start with. They just didn't respond. Then I went back and said, look, I am really, really serious. I really do want these. Again, no response. And then since then, I've said, look, I'll pay you the full price. I really, really want these sofas. No response. So frustrating. They are the sofas that I want in the cinema room. And then a similar story, also Facebook Marketplace. We are creating a built-in wardrobe in the bedroom. It's a big space. And as you know, wood is expensive. In fact, we had a quote last year for the wood and it was one price. I can't remember exactly how much it was. Because we're now working on our plan for next year, Mark re-quoted for the wood and it has over doubled just in a year. Ever since COVID and the cost of living crisis, prices have just skyrocketed and they just keep going up and up and up, which is frustrating. Anyway, we saw a big wardrobe on Facebook Marketplace in Lincolnshire, I think it was. It was ideal. You could use the wood and then build the wardrobe using the wood. I contacted the person, so I'd like to buy it, but I just need to know. She mentioned that it was flat packed, so I said, I just need to know the sizes and everything. Yep, I'll come back to you with that. Nothing. Need to chase that one up, but when that happens, invariably the sale doesn't come off. It's so frustrating. Do you find that with Facebook Marketplace, or is it just me? I was just checking to see if the postman's been, which he hasn't, and I think I may have missold the cinema room to you the last time. We are planning to get this ready for Christmas. We're certainly not going to be repainting the walls. If I get curtains, it will only be from a charity shop or a car boot sale or something. This is a bit of a budget tart-up, shall we say. It would be better. Oh, that's people barking. Hold on a second. Are you coming in? Oh! There she goes, at speed. Yeah, it's just a bit of a tart-up of the room to make it more functional and really make it functional for the time that the girls are here. We've got other plans for this room in the long run, but certainly we want to make it a room that we can use. I know that when I posted last week, people were saying, well, you better hurry up and you better order the sofa. The sofas will not be, absolutely won't be new. I want them to be comfortable, and I don't want to pay thousands of pounds for sofas, which then I'm worried about people putting their feet up, spilling tea, wine or whatever. This is just a family room where we need to relax. If I find secondhand sofas, brilliant. If I don't, oh well. Curtains will be secondhand. I know my colour scheme for the house, and therefore I know if I see something and I know it'll work. It'd be nice to get a rug down in here. This is definitely not a full makeover. This is a bit of a budget tart up. And I have to say also, I did regret posting last time about this, because there was a few comments about we need to deliver some finished rooms and all of that malarkey. And you know what? We don't. It's our house. It's our renovation. We're living life to the full. We've got a family and we work on the renovation pretty much every weekend, but it's at our own time, at our own pace. And if we're happy not to have a room finished, and we know why we haven't done that, we're really quite competent at this and we know what we're doing, and I'm good at designing things, Mark's good at making things, so we're a good team and we know what we're doing, we know what our timings are. And as much as I love sharing all of this with you, we can't do it at your pace, the pace that you want. We're just doing it in our own way. Maple, I'm back in the living room, really conscious that I'm losing light again. I have done most of the tidying up and sprucing up. Dahlias from the garden, just dotted around in little pots on the side. Twigs. Oh, there's some feathers there that I need to put in a pot that I've just dumped there. More dahlias over there. I'm heading over to my candelabra. I'm going for just plain ones this time. I feel that with the dahlias and the colours outside, I feel that just neutral ones are in order. I need to order some more. They're wonky whilst I'm talking to you, but I'll sort it out later. There. And there we go. That's my autumn refresh. The coffee table's looking nicer. It's so nice to have the fire going. Oh, look at this. I do love using my trophy for flowers. An old vintage trophy with lots of patina. And then because the garden isn't giving me a huge amount, I've added some twigs to my arrangement. Some ivy, rosemary, and these beautiful dahlias. I'm really pleased with the dahlias that I've picked. Candles burning. Let me do a good pan round for you. I've got a bit more dusting to do, sweeping round with a brush, and then I'm happy that my living room is autumn ready. Hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time. And next time I'll be having this mop cut, thank goodness. Bye for now.